Okay, boys and girls, this lesson is an extension of the fossil project that we've been focusing on. Now this is going to be one of the fossils called carbon films, and we're going to create a leaf fossil. So I'm going to demonstrate to you how you're going to create one just like this. Now what you're going to need basically is an old leaf that's fallen off the tree. We don't want one that's fresh, we want one that's kind of dried out. So you can see here that it's got the skeleton and it's got the smoother side. We want the skeleton exposed. So with a glue stick, you're going to pick a leaf and then you're going to pick a piece of cardboard that's about the right size. So you don't want a big piece of cardboard with a leaf that might be too small. You don't have to worry about where you're putting the glue for this project. You're just going to smear some glue onto the cardboard and then press the leaf down. Okay? If you want, you can actually remove the stem. Some of the students that have done this project already have removed the stem, and actually I'll do that now. You can remove it prior. I'm going to just take it off now. Now when you've got that glued down, come and get a piece of aluminum foil. And then set it. You can set it shiny side or matte side. I prefer the matte side actually, get a better effect. Turn it round and then fold it in. Make sure it's nicely tightly wrapped because you don't want it loose on the front. And then turn it back over. Now what you're going to do now is with your finger you're going to start pressing and rubbing. Okay, and when you do, you'll actually start to see the skeleton of that leaf showing through. Okay, so take your time, work through it, do each section. Now I can start seeing it. I don't know if you can see it, boys and girls, but I can start seeing it. There we are. You can start seeing it pushing through. It's a lovely relief. And you're getting this great texture. Now we've already covered that there's 5 different fossils, and as I said to you earlier, this is carbon film that we're doing. Okay, so all things that are living contain the element called carbon, and when the organism dies and is buried in sediment, the materials that make up the organism break down, eventually leaving only the carbon remains, and that's what we're trying to do with our art project. And we're going to make it using black paint. So now, you're going to get a little tiny palette, and you really need the smallest amount of paint. And with your finger, just a little bit, you don't need that much, you're going to rub. Okay? And you're going to fill up the whole square. Not just the leaf, but the whole square. I'm just going to show you with just a little bit. I'm not going to do the whole thing. You're going to be able to do the whole thing yourself, boys and girls. And I've also got, when it starts to dry, I like to rub it in quite well with my finger and catch that grainy texture. But when it's kind of dry, you can actually take a little piece of wire wool and then rub it back a little bit more. And when you rub it back a little bit more, it's going to create an even better finish for you, so it makes it look really aged, real old fossil. And normally it's better if you put on all the paint. It's normally better when the paint's like close to dry or dry. Okay, so it's not just wet. And when you've done that, you should end up with something along these lines here. Okay, boys and girls, now it's your turn. Let's go make some art.